Hey, what's up, guys? GC Dunkaroo back here with Monday. Monday after the tournament. And what a tournament it was. Fun tournament. Had a lot of fun. Um, Ended up taking, I don't know, don't worry about my expert account. I fell apart on the back nine, trying to get creative and risky shots. And we all know how that turns out when you do something differently in Golf Clash than you've done all week. But we weren't getting drops, so we decided to take more chances, and we actually did get one extra drop, but at the same time we got two pars, and so we finished a stroke lower than we thought we were going to. Um, so we're back here on Monday morning, or Monday afternoon, Monday evening, with the golden shot. And this is a good way to kind of build up your clubs. If you've never played the golden shot before, it comes out the Monday after the tournament. Each account that you have gets one free shot. And as you can see on the left side of the screen, there's a guide that's actually put out by Team Tommy and Tony Richardson that really helps you out because they don't give you a lot of time to take the shot. So the guide helps you set up with your placement of your shot and your spins, and even tells you how many rings to pull based on what wind you get as well. So it's usually a pretty money guide. I can only think of one time where I didn't get success from the guide that's put out by these guys. So I'd really recommend that you guys check that out, and it's pretty cool. So I think the format for today, we're going to try the practice one. I'm going to play medium a lot, and the reason for it is that there's a better chance to get chess in medium than there is in hard. And this time in hard, they used hole 7 from the tournament last weekend. And if you remember, if you go past the green or left of the pin, past the pin or left of the pin, the ball rolls down the hill. So essentially, a third to a half of the rings that are, for the chess in the golden shot are wasted, because you're never going to land in those spots because it's going to trickle down the hill and be outside the ring. So in that respect, I thought it'd be better to do medium. There's a lot of stuff we can get in medium that we could also get in hard, and it'd be easier to get it in medium. The one thing we won't get is berserker balls, which are those power 5 wind 1 balls that are pretty awesome. But I've got accounts that have a lot of those balls already, so it's not that I really need berserkers, and you can always use kingmakers. So at this point, I decided to stick to medium. If we have shots left over, we'll go ahead and actually go on to hard, but I want to go through medium first. So we'll do this account, then we'll do my rookie account where I'm just playing one shot there, and then we will go on to my pro account and take a couple over there as well. So, and then we'll kind of see how many we have left. So, all right, without further ado, let's get started. Make sure I get my screen up. That's got all the information on it. So you can kind of see here we're gonna put our target at the bottom of the fringe there, with the ball guide directly at the hole, and then based on the wind direction, that'll dictate how much backspin we're going to put on the ball, and then how much side spin. One of the things I really like with looking at this chart is you can kind of see wind effect, which helps you out when you're playing out in the tours and in tournaments. Why would you use less backspin on a headwind shot than you would on a tailwind shot? Well, if you think about it in real life, a ball is going to bounce further forward if it's got a wind push behind it than it does if it's bouncing into resistance. So, it's something to think about when you're out on the golf course. You can really kind of see that perspective with the way that Tommy and Tony put together these charts. So, like I said, they're pretty money guys. looking forward to taking the shots, and I'm sure they're going to come through to get us a couple chests here, if not all of them. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Alright, so we're playing medium. I'm going to try to talk through a little bit, but at the same time, they don't give you a lot of time, so we're going to have to hurry. So the first thing I'm going to do is put our guide down here on the line, and we're going to aim it with the ball guide at the hole. It's kind of right like that right there. And then we've got a headwind from right to left, so we're going to go 3.5 back and no side spin. And then 3.3 is going to be 2.2 rings. And then we'll take our shot. Let's see how this guide worked out. I think we did everything right there. Just burning the edge. Just burning it. That was a good shot. So we got the Scarlet chest. All my common cards are maxed out, so those will just be add-ons. We do get some extra miles. Get a couple Kingfishers, which nobody wants, and a couple Kingmakers, which are the prize that we're all looking for. Alright, let's give it a go. So, always the same setup, right? So we're going down here. First thing we're going to do is set up our shot. Kind of right like that. And then 3.3 is going to be 3.8 back and 1 left. So I'm going to do the 1 left and then 3.8 back. And then we're going to go 3.3 rings, which is again 2.2. And let's see how that works. It's very critical that you hit perfect, because if not, and you make all the other adjustments, you're going to end up in trouble. But look at that, right in the hole. So second shot, hole in one, perfect. I thought we were aimed a little bit high, which is probably why it bounced into the pin, but we had the setup right, perfect there. So get the big chest, the Onyx chest. Gonna get those common cards. Fortunately, Guardians. I just maxed out the Guardian 9. We do get some Nirvana cards though, and a couple Junglists, which nobody ever uses as well. So, and the old Kingmakers. We got 8 with that pack right there. Alright, so we'll do it again. 4.1. This time we have a wind going the other direction. So I'm going to put it right like there. And then a half a bar of right spin and the 3.8 back. Like that. And then 4.1 is going to be 2.7 rings. And we hit perfect again. Let's see if we can get another drop here. It's looking really good. Just burning the edge again. But we do get the yellow ring. So that's going to get us the fire chest, which is the second best chest you can get. And we get the rock. A couple boomerang cards, which nobody wants. And we get 5 Kingmakers that time. So far, we've gotten 16 Kingmakers. That's almost 2 packs of Kingmakers through the golden shot. I'm going to take one more shot, and hopefully we can get that light blue ring. And then I'll save the rest of the shots so we can do hard on the back end. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit tougher. 4.8. And we got a straight tailwind. So we're going to go 4 back and no side spin. And then 4.8 is going to be 3.1 rings. And let's see how the shot turns out. Hopefully that'll stop. And look at that. Oh, just burning that edge again. I played a little on the left-hand side. I was hoping that it would help out because we did have a little bit of a left to right wind there, but I didn't want to compensate with the left spin there. Probably should have though. But we do get the light blue, a couple thorn cards, and a couple kingmakers. Alright, so now I'm going to jump over to my baby account. Hopefully I've got my... Give me 1 second. Let me grab my phone so I can get that confirmation code that GC is going to send me. Okay, sorry about that, guys. This is my email address if anybody wants to send an email to Dunkaroo. I've yet to receive one email on there, but but I do check it all the time. Alright, so this is my little Dunkaroo 2 account. So like I said, we're just going to play the one shot here. We could definitely use some kingmakers on this account. Probably use some chests too, how it's looking, but I think we've only got 2 packs of kingmakers, so hopefully we can get a hole in one with this shot. Alright, so this time I am going to put that little bit of left spin on. So we're going to kind of aim right like that. Put a half bar left spin and 4 back. And then 4.4 is going to be 2.9 rings. And let's see how this shot turns out. Felt really good. Just burned that edge again. So we're going to get the red ring. I thought about putting more backspin on it to help it out a little bit, but that's alright. So we're going to get some rocket cards, which we don't need. A couple horizon or a horizon card. Some thorns. It's always good to get your thorn leveled up. Get a new club, which is the hornet. I don't think we'll be using that. But we do get 3 kingmakers to be able to use in the future going forward. I don't really use kingmakers in rookie. I'll wait till we take this account to pro to start using those. So, all right. So that was quick. We're just gonna jump over to our main account. Oh, actually, I think we're already at the main, right? So we'll jump over. Oh man, that quit out. That's right. We'll jump over to my pro account, and we'll take it from there. So give me 1 second. Alright, back over to medium. And this time we will try a few shots on this one. This one could definitely use the common cards. So 4.0, we have a little bit of a tailwind, but not much. So we're just going to basically line it up right there. And it's going to be 3.8 back. I'm going to go 4 back and then go half a spin right, just to make up for that little amount of tailwind. And then 4 is going to be 2.6. Let's see how that turns out. So like I said, the key to hitting these is to hit perfect. And it looks like we did hit perfect right there, right in the money, right with their first shot into the hole. So a couple hole-in-ones already. It's looking really good. So we got the onyx chest. That'd be one away from an upgrade with the machete. Get some claws. Rock cards. It'd be nice to get that to level 8 at some point. And some B-52s. So you can always use B-52s. I don't think it's a usable club yet at level 4, even level 5. But once you get up to 6 and 7, it definitely becomes a factor. Alright, so we'll take a couple more shots here. And looks like we're going to have a left to right win this time. Oh, a tailwind. Okay. So big tailwind. So 4.5. Be right there. And I've came in a little hot, so I'm just going to go a little bit above 4. Or below 4, I mean. Like one extra click. Just like that. And then 4.5 is going to be 2.9 rings. This is like as straight of a tailwind as you can get. Hit perfect. Let's see if that extra backspin helped it. Just a little bit off, so we'll end up in the yellow, but that's okay. Get that fire chest. More claw cards. Some Nirvanas. I'd love to get that to level 7. That'd be great. Some Junglist cards. And some more Kingmakers, so 5 more at that point. So we'll play one more shot here. And then take both of this and my other account to hard. Okay, so don't forget, first thing to do is line up your target. Just like that right there. And then 4.2 is going to be 3.5 back and 0.5 left. Go like that. And then 4.2 is going to be 2.7 rings. And let's see how this turns out. So we hit great, so it's going to be a little bit off to the left. Hopefully it'll still get in that red ring, and it does. That's going to get us the Scarlet chest. Some more rock cards. Thor's Hammer, so we got that to level 5 now. That's a huge upgrade. Thor's Hammer, once it gets to level 5, is a beast of a club. Pretty stoked to get that. So we got our APOC up to level 4 now, and our Thor is going to be level 5. The thing about the Thor's Hammer is that everything is less than the APOC, but you get a better ball guide. It goes to 3.8. And if you're playing in higher tours, you get a 74 for backspin, which is pretty awesome there. So between the Thor's Hammer 5 and the APOC 4, I would say there really isn't much of a difference. Accuracy is pretty similar. You get a little more topspin with Thor's hammer, and then, like I said, that better ball guide with Thor's as well. All right, so let's go on to hard. And let me pull up the hard shot here. And I have not played this yet, so I really have no clue exactly what this is like, other than the fact that it looks really hard. So it looks here like there's a rough bump if you have a headwind, and because they're going to use a wood shot, and if you have a tailwind or a crosswind, then you're going to use the long iron, primarily at the +3 mark. So one thing to think about is if you have a crosswind and it's any kind of a tailwind, you don't want to use the rough bump shot because of the fact that you're at exact minimum distance with the rough bump shot, so you can't go backwards at all when you're pulling back your rings. So you only want to use it if it's a crosswind with a little bit of a headwind, as opposed to a crosswind with a little bit of tailwind. So, all right. There is one section, it looks like, if you have a left to right crosswind, they do want you to put a little baby curl on. I don't know exactly how much that is. I have a guess, but I don't know exactly what that is. You can kind of see that it's going to be kind of hard with that rough bump shot because there's really not a true ball guide to help you out. But it does talk about just aiming to the right side of the pin. And then with the tailwind shot, red ring by the left rough at the +3 yard mark, except in a straight tailwind where you play from the +1 yard mark. All right, easy enough. It's probably one of the harder golden shots that I've seen so far. So we got 4 shots left, so we'll give it a whirl and see what happens. I can always use berserkers on this account. Okay, so we're going complete min, and it says ball guide just to the right of the hole, and we're going to go 2.7 back and max right. And it does not say if we're doing this with spin or without spin. So I'm going to do it with spin. And we're going to go right here. And then 5.9 is going to be 2.6 rings. We're going to have to hurry this one a little bit. And we hit great. Hopefully that doesn't go off the side. Just burn the edge, but you can kind of see that if you don't get to stop there, it's going to roll right off. That's a big fear. So I do think that we had the right idea. You want to actually aim your first. You want to put your spin on first, and then you want to aim it from there. So spin first, then aim. So 6.5 tailwind. We're going to go, that one we don't have to do spin first, but we have almost a straight tailwind. I'm just going to go to the +3 yard mark though. Red ring on the rough. And then max back, no side spin. So we're going to do it like that. And then 6.5 is going to be 3.9 rings. Let's go 3.9. Let's try to hit perfect this time. Let's see how that turns out. A little bit off to the left. So we must not have been over left enough, but we do get the aqua chest. The aqua chest is going to give us some dark cards, some extra mile cards, couple Falcon cards, and a couple Berserkers. Can always use those. I'm hoping that we have another headwind shot at some point, but this is another tailwind. So max back, no side spin. I know I put a little bit of less spin on there. Plus 3 yard mark. And then we're going to go 6.7, which is going to be 4 rings. That one felt a little better. Curled a little bit, but just didn't quite. We'll get that outer blue ring. So it's going to be tough to get a chest on this last shot. Got some Desert Storms, a couple of Houdinis, more Falcons, and a couple more, or one more Berserker. Alright, last shot here. Let's see if we can actually get a headwind shot. We don't. We get another tailwind shot. So I'm going to aim this a little bit over to the left. And go max back and just put a slight amount of side spin on it. I just feel like we're not getting the full effect. And then 3.5 is going to be right here. And let's see if we can hit perfect. That's horrible. We just missed. So one takeaway that I have is that we don't want to play with the shot on the exact plus 3. We want to move it back to the beginning of it and kind of take it from there. So I'm going to jump off real quick and switch over accounts. Okay, so we're back here, and I'm going to try a couple more shots. I think we have 3 left on this account. Hopefully we'll get another headwind shot. I really think that gives us the best chance to get that chest that we're looking for. Probably should have done it on this account first. So 6.1, 2.7 back, max rate. So max rate 2.7. And then we want this kind of going just to the right of the hole, kind of like there. And then 6.1 is going to be 2.7 rings. This shot's a lot harder. Let's see if that works out. Not bad. It's gonna give us the light blue chest, the aqua chest. More rough cutters, more vipers, a couple boomerangs, and the Zerk. So 2 more shots here. 2 more shots. Let's see if we can get it to a spot that works for us. We got that tailwind shot. So I'm going to try max back. I'm going to put just a hint of left spin on it. And then I really want to go just to the initial +3 mark. And then 6.8 is going to be 4.1. And let's see how that works out. I'm hoping that we made the right adjustment there to get it to stop earlier. Nope, it's still long. So I'm just not seeing what Tommy's seeing on this. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's right. We're supposed to go from the +1 yard mark on straight tailwind shots. That's my bad. It took me all these shots to figure it out. And now on this final shot, I guarantee you that they're not going to give us a tailwind. Okay, so 5.2 is going to be max rate, 2.7 back. And we're literally aiming it right like that. And then 5.2 is going to be 3.1 rings. And let's see if we can get this figured out this time. Looks like it's not even close. Not even close. That's crazy. This one's super tough. If you're trying to decide where you're going to take your free shot at, I would definitely not do it on the hard golden shot. You can probably get a ring. You have a good shot to get a ring, but that was super tough. Super tough. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. This has been the Golden Shot. 33 minutes worth of it. We definitely had good success in medium. And like I said, if you're new to it or you're just trying to get some club cards or get some berserker balls, I mean not kingmaker balls, then I would definitely play the medium as opposed to the hard. They really made a hard golden shot this time. So I would have liked to have seen one more tailwind shot with that +1 yard mark instead of the +3, but I didn't realize it. I didn't catch it. So sorry about that, guys. If you like the video, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the page if you like what you see. More videos coming out shortly, and we will catch up next time. Thanks.